IFM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadi no wasoguso a wotie no me dey osai bonsu ye kase ya de honorable Kodredu Asare e wa ha sanso na honorable Sylvester Tete MP for the Botiano English man from constituency ma mintie no na afi messages are abano makan kakra ede amamo. Honorable Sylvester, you have the floor now.
Obi,
yes,
media 2 years few days in the August House of Parliament. Niama mehu suahu na menya se enye Ghana na in terms of legislation ya humba chire ya akamebosi
about decision way.
Akamebosi. I have a lot of respect for all of them. They are my seniors. To be fair to Honorable Atu, Oyenipa Bia, to be honest, non ye madam for. But in the house, Obi Obeshia Obia Oma respect. On chia, I'm telling you. So Beshia wa Obe Pow say on chia, bro. It's saying, how is it? Even at the coffee shop, he'll pick a conversation with you. Charlie, sa na enyi na buy you moniri mo. You know, first time message ani di home come ozo tia no sre. O say sa enyi na buy sa when so be to. But you find your feet. Yeah. And he kept saying, say, get a hold of your constituency. That's what matters most. And learn what is going on here. So for me, it is a shock to Parliament and to Ghana. Take it or leave it. Haruna Idrisu is an institution in Parliament. It doesn't also mean he's indispensable. But for Yang as an MPP, Yakwa Kobo World Cup na ubia enida Inaki Williams. So say Naki Williams, I did not buy dear. Just say your goal scoring will be best solving. Na ubia tam abo atu Naki Williams now so.
Yeah.
That's an Indian you be bossy. But to be honest with you, it goes to confirm the deep seated cracks in the NDC and the factions. I mean, it's clear. Obia what NDC mu endim say Haruna Idrisu has a presidential ambition.
94.7.
Okay, recent Dufour interview.
Sure.
Of say of a running mate. Why never any running mate? Now, me who presidential candidate? Every house a question out of the blues. About Haruna Idrisu din. Wa pass mama no.
Obo ni dis
Obo Babin. No be aso nim say Babin ni Haruna Idrisu there. Adabraka.
Obeko for Haruna rather than Babin.
It will pay trouble amano. So to begin with, then there's a trouble. Because don't forget, we are minority leader. Parliament ni nyina kutao. So going for a crucial elections as they are going. And don't forget, former President Mahama Onunkwane sitting president ye call yes or no or nya no. No be uncontested no. No nyebi. No anan enimu ni ballot papers or nyebi. Now Obi, a huge person like Dufour is coming. And I'll say Haruna Idrisu will be my running mate. So what do you want them to do? They'll kick him out. That is it. Simple. Nothing.
Into the root cause of winning and
power play. They are tosumi no. Wamu call wamu internal elections. Meni no committee so. Me senior wabwa me pa on the local government committee. Ahmed Banda.
Ibrahim Ahmed.
Ibrahim Ahmed Banda. Reverend Honorable Banda.
Elder of the
Church of Pentecost.
Yes.
Na washe ni senior elder. Ufuswampo fwenim. So I me said the Church of Pentecost. Junior elder stabbing the senior elder. Now Oriya no one can sa keke krao. Or see, he's been sent and directed by the minority leader. Public declaration.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Minority leader his experience in politics no. And no sure.
Disclaimer.
Say enye sanity. We don't stand for anybody. And when I say don't get as we go you befe. And no.
Oh yeah. 1+1.
No, but I mean, I'm trying to say asemsia. You see, asema dance any hono. Ucha asem without the aya dance. And I'm telling you, why is it say Ahmed Ibrahim? Ya saving no. Neja.
No, that's who leadership.
No, that who leadership no. Na Haruna, Ekosiisen say. 81 ni presidential ambition. Na say Krum had here. Oh yeah, vice president. Na just say you are itching to become president. And he said do for fun of vice president. Now when we need cry no dia, say do for any. Do for fi ho dia na ka kpo mi ya. O di ase. Nkrani say ka kpo mi ya.
Uni ho amena meba.
You amena
meba.
So to Mahama loyalists,
94.7.
the thinking is that Dufo is coming to use the contest to pave way for Haruna to come. And don't forget, in the house last year, they attempted a similar thing. Where people were agitating, some members of parliament were agitating, say they should get rid of leadership. It is because of the Mahama comeback. And they are acting the script. And I'm not surprised. Very soon before Ebefi studio, we'll get a letter from the release from some members of parliament.
The MPs,
I wonder how that is going to be. And you see, so if you put all these things together, it goes to say and to confirm the deep cracks within the NDC. Look, I've said it one too many. We are Ghanaian. Now, what is the former president Mahama, the president, it was so yam show.
Adey.
It was so yam show. I mean, we've seen all that he can do. So it was so yam show. So for me, any dissent within the NDC, look, don't forget, Mahama, any Haruna. When Haruna was a communications minister under John Mills, Obaya no hon fio. Or yet, the cabinet appointment, it took demonstrations from the north as an ordinary trade.
Employment and labor relations.
And labor. And no crown non in crop for say or monje.
I hear ordinary trade first.
Ordinary
trade call employment and labor relations.
And no fee. Because for the insiders and what they were thinking, and let me say this here, because it was a public way, say, my senior brother, Ni Lanteva Napoe, ni Papa Ka baby. He's a ranking member of the local government committee. In fact, Yako Chiano, Yakono, now Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the minority leader,
okay.
And I say, look, or trade minister, or Ni Lante, enya contest, youth organizer contest, some time back, and OBT Ni Lante.
Yes.
So people thought, say, they had some rivalry. And they didn't call trade, to the mind of some people, they need because to renew that rivalry. They end up being the best of friends. And to who say, now there will be call you or Nadia na ye dia. There was a unifit trade ho. They didn't call labor, maybe I should in ho. Look, a lot of things has happened, and then this is for if you put 1 to 1, it is John Mahama's presidency is protecting. Look, if they should go for elections between John Mahama and Haruna Idrisu will beat him. Hey, I'm telling you.
In the NDC.
Say
Haruna and I just say contested for flag bearership.
Or they no call flag bearership elections and ne. Or be beaten.
Hey.
So my mom antecedent. Look at the tragedy. And it took demonstrations from the north to get him in John Mahama's government. Because as young as he was, former President Mills Baye was the first minister he appointed. Communications minister, and not didn't call London to negotiate the Vodafone issue and the rest.
Yeah.
Papa ni Baye anye de. Oh yeah, the appointment. Oh you need demonstrations Sitamale. And this is an MP who wins 73-74% of your vote for you in the northern region. And that rift and call here. And they are not trust us. Okay, so this man in parliament, in opposition, is a parliament that holds the party. It's a party no opposition. It's a parliament. The strength of the party is in parliament. All the meetings, the strategy, and whatever it is born out of parliament. And it's a Miami presidential campaign. Nani Paiso has been promised a running mate. And they may you with you. So orchestrated to suit Mahama's agenda. And that is why I'm not surprised. Some people close to Mahama orchestrated to get Ofosu-Ampofo out. Because Ofosu-Ampofo will not condone this. And to look at the launch of Ofosu-Ampofo's campaign, the caliber of people who presented themselves there. Now the elections. To the NDC, you even believe, say, you did very well. So what is his crime to get him out? So for Ofosu-Ampofo, the plan was that get Ofosu-Ampofo out. Then you can get to Harun Edriso. You get him out. The way is clear. And we are assembling in hand down. But you see, experience in a near-hang parliament like this, you need certain people. Look, let me be honest with you. In spite of NDC's politics, whatever they do, to be honest, if Haruna Idrisu is on his feet, on the floor, trust me, in most cases, he will look at the interest of this country. To the extent that his own people will have problems with him. Mm-hmm. I remember his public comment about 1% E-levy.
Yeah, E-levy, yeah.
I mean, these are things me MPP need. But for the sake of this country, that is why some of us thought, say, even if the minority could come down to say 1%, a minority leader has stake his neck out 1%. That is where we said that the finance minister should have come along with us and let's go 1%. So remember him for some of these things. And look, my first encounter with him was in Adan. You call your bar first orientation. You call yeah. Look, he didn't make the presentation as NDC member of parliament. He made the presentation as a member of parliament, advising us his own experiences. And some of the things are with some of us till today. So trust me, any member of who are outside parliament and now support to Asiedun Ketiane, John Mahama, whatever they want to do, you will celebrate the decision. But if you are in the August House of Parliament and what is happening today, I'm not too sure Atu that I know is happy. If Atu was asked that we want to take Harun Edriso's position for you, he will decline. I'm telling you. Nyami, Semitiona say, Ubia Trimone Beya, Sabi, Ubia nya elevation ope.
Yeah.
But the chairman of finance, and Adia na Misre, Krani say, finance and economy will determine the elections.
Yeah, it will be the main driving in the campaign.
In the parliament in Afedia, the parliament they call constituency to discuss way
economy.
Now, society there, you should change your Mahama and bring Dufo because Dufo is an economist. You see, Adeni Chiwa nafi unim di obeka. Because if finance and economy is going to determine the next elections, John Mahama is a communication person. So he's not fit to even lead the NDC. So if he's not fit to lead the NDC, the person fit to lead the NDC is Dufo. He's a former finance minister and economist. So to the NDC, he's the best fit. So I wonder how a minority leader who is an economist or a finance person will now become the leader of your party going into the next elections. Now, also, say, your party manifesto. Now, minority leader, the chairman of your finance committee, is he not invited to make an input?
Sure.
So they've goofed big time, and I know they'll pay the price. But to me, kakpo me ya, intermediate, we'll celebrate. We wish them well. We wish them well. I mean, the people they brought is interesting. Parliament is going to be very interesting.
Sir, new leadership.
Very, very interesting.
Ato forcing.
Parliament, no, Ayemra, Mususi finance. Mususi finance. You better finance. At the front, you better finance. Standing orders, you say finance. You better finance. It's a PMF Act. Mr. Speaker, point of order, PMF Act.
Oh, I'm saying after 4 terms in Parliament,
no,
they should be conversant.
I'm not taking away anything from
Atu. With the
seriously, with the greatest of respect to him. These are senior members. I mean, with the greatest of respect. But reasons are more ascribing it there. It's laughable. I mean, certainly, if that is the case, what they are telling the NDC people, they say John Mahama is not fit to lead the next election. If the next election is about economy, then the best economy in this country today is a lunch thing. Trade and economy, they are bedfellows. It's a global trade icon, and in terms of economy, it stands tall. So for me, if that is the case, the elections are over.
Wow.
The elections are over. So for me, I think the reasons are more mano. But with the greatest of respect, NDC or more internal issues. And if you look at Standing Order 7, it is either the party or the minority caucus. But that is where it's important for consultation.
Yeah.
Because it mentions the party and consult. Look, I've heard some people, even from our own side, say they should allow members of parliament to select their own leadership.
But that should be that would rather be in sync with Article 110 of the Constitution.
Exactly.
I can say more standing order to regulate your own procedure.
So maybe a time is coming because elections are 1 year outside parliament now having effect on parliament and its leadership. I mean, seriously speaking, anybody how Harry Dedriso has carried himself and work in parliament, look, the psychological blow. Let me tell you, who call parliament and me call parliament. I'm visit job 600 as a member of parliament. Before parliament, I was a CEO.
Yeah.
In my office, my washroom, my Then no call parliament. Only you be I was like corridor.
The same washroom.
Oh, you leader, you don't have a preserve of that comfort. Inti me no nyina e bia the floor na didn't betu so no. Obi anam so bi. Charlie. Enya better. So we catch us say better. I catch any pan say. Ade am ready in parliament say we leader. No we free her. No back cubicle no more. I mean it's a shock. Seriously speaking, that is why in most cases, it's either the person is made a minister when you are in government.
Yeah.
He's made a minister.
And as a more opposition there, let him see through
the term. Yeah, ye Abangbabin. They made him a health minister. Have they forgotten all these things in this country? They haven't. Avoka only went away and came back. So for me, his is different. But he's seen you through all the difficult times. You reduce him to this extent. Not because non-performance, simply because of somebody's personal ambition. Thinking, say, he will be an obstacle. Let me get rid of him. And people like the one who spoke,
Mutala Mohammed. Pro Forum,
Sampiali. You see, I can forgive him on call parliament order.
He's made an attempt.
He's made an attempt. On call order. I mean, me senior, I can understand because my call order. Or no on call order. And the worst part of this is that who your MP, your meager salary, a contribution is made for the party to run with. And they use it against you. That's a sad part of it. It's a sad part of it. But media, a NDC internal fight that has been intensified. And then I would say the chairman of the Tamale South constituency in Tamale. It's obvious the chicken are coming home to roost. Why must it be said anytime it's about Harry Nedriso, his constituents must come to his aid, especially when John Mahama is at the center of it.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Interesting days ahead of the NDC, and away it will be a flash in the pan.
It's not a flash in the pan. For me, I think that as a political party, like I've said, timing, it doesn't sit well with you. Whichever way you turn it,
you look at it.
Okay. Because one would have even said, "Senka, we primaries now." Then everybody knows their fate. It's even presupposed to say, they all know say, "Oh, I'm going back for the major election." Now I'm prepare for more election, So personally, as he said, but I've lost elections before.
Yeah, you have.
And I've lost. I've painfully been taken
before
from a position. And it was not easy. You know, 1 year you curse people. Do you understand? Me say 1 year. Because sometimes you don't even know what you did. Only my dear, you. And you won't be told.
FM 94.7.
That is politics. So, like I said, 1 year, you will pray some dangerous prayers. Some of us did. I'm telling you, because, like, of course, with the Haruna issue, definitely he will not be taken out without any consultation. That one I know for a fact.
Okay.
For some of us, no reason, proper reason was given. You know, especially those sacrifices at the park. Oh, yeah. This was yes. It was just an idea from a manifesto. Yatro manifesto say we will set up a youth
enterprise support
and give them seed
money of 10 million Ghana cedis.
Yes, that phrase.
That was the line,
the paragraph in the manifesto, and it was read to me. I said, go and set it up.
And you did everything
from zero policy, everything, whatever guidelines, everything that will underpin the administration and activities of the. We did everything. Then for 9 months, now my salary crying here because I feel Nana share system anymore. Never how so it was my colleagues, friends here and there who were helping me to a friend say. Then August came, we launched it nicely. Everything happened. In Namfufo, when one Mr. Uso Ansa, wherever you are, God bless you. This man and others supported me. We bought furniture. Government one kubu ni. Apart from the building now, a year government building. From the office desk and chairs and conference tables and carpets and curtains and fridge and all those gadgets, computers, 18 of them, photocopier, printers, 6, and all of that. All from my own network of friends who wanted to see me succeed. Government Kobo, 1 Ghana city in him. Till the day I launched everything that I used in that space, I had to put it together. That was August 12th. September came. So that same year, and World Cup issues. So we were that's an end August. No, now you call World Cup. No, so pressure. Just say was building up, and I probe. Yes, we need to set up a commission. What, and a best sanction here. Our first encounter, we went. Charlie, it was hot. Cause social sacrifice a year.
At the time, now why a launch now we of
now my way launch. Now you started building up. Started building up. About a commission. Dien. Now you say World Cup, no. You don't be a kind of to. See me be man no quota on World Cup as NBC. But come on, that's why I'm a public figure. I was a public figure at the time, and I still retained my year as such. So, but by the grace of God, Yegusu. Then 3rd friends in September, my mother passed. 3rd September, 5th September, I'm a commission and answering questions
on the World Cup.
On World Cup. And you must be brave. You hold it to ourselves. And we're made to look like villains in the heat of it is here the same way do. And then right after
the dismissal letter comes.
Not dismissal. Yes, say free ho.
Like free ho.
Na sambra. And then you say we free what abano ya office because baby you say ko transfer office we mu. Just leave and come back.
Come back to the presidency.
Presidency news and then Hifa. Where is it? Do you understand? Offices are all occupied. To come back, where are you going to? So, some things like this, they hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt. Because, like I said, 9 months or 10 months of sacrifices that I made. Oh, yes, me see, be seen there. Obio have say, your man, Kojo, a duasari for the first 10 months of years, your friend saying, oh man, you committed 1 Ghana CD to us. That person should own up. That person should own up. But yeah, I was even paid, not salary, but I was giving money to the people I was working with. So I know how it feels to lose a place. I know how it feels. And I know, say, if it is not done right, before it happens, it can create. We are still Christians. And we stand by Christ. He said, "Your boy assume on one cheek, turn the other cheek." Now, no be so two Americans say, "Monko 1 mile." Yeah, but more than another one count. Because what to be cost 1 mile now? That endurance you added, it will pay off. All I'll tell those who have been, who have like Obia, affected, definitely won't be. I know how, but again, work must go on. Work must go on. I say, Juma. Parliament must run.
Yeah.
I think February 2nd.
February 7th.
SSL will be, and when it opens, that decision it won't go back.
You think so?
It won't.
Now we name the MPs. MPs the petition. They said the decision must be rescinded.
You see, MPs, my colleagues. Some senior, probably others from the same, others too lower.
Yeah.
Me say, I know how it feels. But you see, they should rather concentrate on the next primaries now. And no, a bit retaining or more, and retaining or more, a bit determined.
Yeah.
Because this decision, as I know, for all political decisions, it will not be rescinded.
Really? Done deal.
And I make count. Say, I'm privy to anything.
Sure.
Can you tell me when there's such a precedent? Yakoye decision be a say na. Samba said no. Because it also demonstrates a certain weakness. If that thing is done, even if it's a wrong decision, it has to be held on to. Do you understand? But me, I don't see it as such, because as I said, Honorable Haruna and his team, they've been there 6 years.
Sure.
6 years. For me, I think the party has been magnanimous to them in so many different ways. And like I said, my only a year on it, they saying car. It me to train so till say you be primaries now. Nanka omaye. Me that is the only way me jinaso. But apart from that, power is not supposed to like make anybody time also move. But I was saying, say, for somebody like Haruna, who my brother describes as an institution, and some of us corroborate that assertion. You don't move him
and keep him idle
and leave him idle. Media coded information.
If you move him as minority leader and you want to engage him, then how they come on?
You see, and I say, and yet you one man, she promise him something. Do you get me? na who say BB
or your part.
What you say, like okay, you be you BB something so that you get me. You're not in a vacuum. Me I catch no. I don't want to hazard that
any guess.
Guesses, but me there, and that would have been something for one kasa to handle. Let we na we this that now nipano nimse and I'm make sure you actualize it. Because the man just say be a unim Haruna fee yeah a festive home
party
on
for
daily basis. What I say nipa kakrebi na be a free tamale, especially the young ones. Omo be ba kra ha who won't call Haruna fee just say be a MPP for. Say NDC ni youth be bank na ha
from
Tamale be did 3-4 days on for Haruna fee. Bibi the mystery. And because of that ni feel say ye no ani say ye ni na amafo so dia ni because the crowd is huge.
And that's why he's loved.
Haruna does not spend his weekend in Accra. Friday, 4-5 p.m. Ubishiano Airport.
Now, Oko Tamale.
Boom. Monday, no Accra. Sometimes Tuesday. Intino, enye bibiara ebetimi akan ahomaso, but they're on the ground. MPs now the Dagbang
area, no.
They know what power the guy wields in that neighborhood. Omo yedi bi akire omo what omo sa powers ni bi a omo tifie bi kasa
ba ko bi ni aba betrim ba me infantry ga
ahai kwa
ebi kasa ebi so akwaba akosia nyansa
ba
you understand?
Yeah.
Inti media such a person. You see, when you read books like 48 Laws of Power,
bring your enemies closer.
If you read books like that, and trail certain strategies,
and how to handle
politicians, and then the way I handle certain key people with certain characteristics, you do so at your own peril. It even the higher pound is not my brother Kano. And yes, you know, so
Muntaka swear any influence.
You see, Muntaka, let me come there a little bit. You see, when Muntaka came to Parliament, there was this man, Honorable, I think he's passed.
So Muntaka came through a by-election.
Yes. Sir Papa, no, yeah, MP for Equiapim North.
Equiapim North should be a Akoto.
W Boafo.
Boafo. Who is that? Nebadi Akoto, Nebadi Dina Bermitrim, in the W Boafo. Former Deputy Defense Minister.
Yes.
Yeah.
That man, a bano law making. Our Parliament. Minjindi said from 1992, BC, and we've had anybody who played that much role in in making of laws. Our Parliament changed our Papano. I think he passed, right?
Yes.
Muntaka learned from that man. Because that man was, you see, do time passing laws, and like when the laws are going through the various stages now. To rap Parliament, you will see maybe 15 on one side, maybe 11 or 13 on the other side, because it's not exciting. A dull, nerve-wracking. You need to have brains to a certain level and understand the laws. A combination of different things. And when you go and sit there and you know you don't belong there, you know yourself, Charlie, me level, let me get out. Because then you understand. Betty and line this and this now you far Aisha X for her. This thing has the rendition should rather master Juma. And if you are who need that endurance, because it can go on for 3 hours. Nanipa miensa pen Juma no on both sides. 3 or her wave. Sorry, now we are away now speaker. Okay, this one is carried and this one is this. As many as this. Now that
you lose track.
Master.
Oh, master.
A Juma Nedin. You will see Muntaka.
Yeah.
On our side, he is the face. Well, he has not left Parliament. I want to believe, sir, he will still continue and have the motivation
to do that.
Work.
But let me say something. Muntaka, in recent times, he's had so many altercations with the speaker.
Yeah.
And I want to believe, say, it may be part of the contributory factor.
The reason
oh no, enemy can say conjecture. My dick can't say. Look, Honorable Muntaka, one thing I found Honorable Muntaka. Leaders, answer and speaker they go into conclave on certain matters. Sometimes speaker to me 10 minutes. No afraid leadership, no mark into speaker's chamber. And on many occasions they will agree on the position. Or nobody disagree. But when the majority agrees, or nobody, he will carry his disagreement. Even his own people. And on many occasions, on the speaker, confrontation, not a was wrong.
Wow.
On many occasions, not confrontation, not a was wrong. If he believes in something, no matter what, he'll push it through. Or Bebma who say, yes, say na Momaka, but me Muntaka dear. And recent development from his constituency is another thing you can link to. I'm told, so there's a young man in his constituency who's been trying to unseat him, who was very instrumental in Asiedu Ketie's campaign. And after there are public, your friend is saying, press conferences against him and all that. So as part of the conspiracy theory, leadership no money is so powerful.
Okay, I'm told that W.O. Buafo is still alive.
Oh, he's still alive. Yes, he's still alive.
Okay, great.
Sincere apologies to the family and to him.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Say a banner, conspiracy theory, control, and other things. Say party new opposition now. The face, raising money and everything is Parliament. The flag bearer will do his bit and all that. Look, trust me. 137 members of NDC in Parliament, they've given them assignment over some orphan constituencies and they have responsibilities over them. So Obi will leadership more now or lobby project on a constituency at the same time or lobby be a orphan constituency or you're responsible for. And Pempimu Abemudia is the central government that takes care of even orphan constituencies and all that. So in opposition, it is not like that. And to say you feel leadership no more, it weakens you, your influence and everything. So if somebody want to get at you, which I suspect.
Now, why be you weak? Who need immunity?
Now why you weak? Now say a banner say yes, sorry. Say in Parliament, upesa okasa. With you na asemba na me pese me kebi. Me sorry na leader sorry I'll say it tenacity. You yield. I'll say it tenacity. And I don't know a man will be no a coffin. And in Parliament, most of the things are lobbying and getting the, I mean, idea will believe it. So bill will be by Parliament. Now you so believe in this bill. Opposition usually have expression in the bill. No two ways about that, because say obia tiho na me sorry na leader sorry I'll yield. There was a day na me bekasa very passionate about the matter. And na Honorable Jogate walked in. Or tina say no sorry. She said my backbencher I said me bite because the matter I think sir I have a fair understanding of the matter. Oh sorry, I didn't obey. You sit down. Former Attorney General, Deputy Speaker. So what do? You yield. Maybe almost now avoca sorry. And found who you are. Oh sorry, you yield. You yield to him. KT says he's the senior prefect of the house. And you know also I speaker has no choice of friend. So Parliament will respect seniority, leadership, and all that. But if it's so sudden, to say ye who dear Adabraka, meaning say all is not well with the NDC.
Yes.
And it's a power play. And you see one funny thing, and to the NDC it be Philly say former President John Mahama, in unlikely event that becomes president, obey one term. Succession is another matter. So you're searching Bob Buga name there. It is informing them, but they should not think say 2024 is a done deal. I hear some of them and I laugh. One day or a year is too long a time in politics. They are tickling themselves and laughing. So they go to town. Oh yeah, we are coming. Some people have even been ascribing to themselves positions that and when you be there, you can tickle yourself and laugh. So it's all about succession. Say Papa no kwa, who is where, who will the influence. And many a times people think that in this country, it is who has so much money that becomes president. You are mistaken. And in Crawford, my hobby, and in my few years in politics, what I can say, what Nyamine Sihine. True. Nyamine Sihine. Former President Mahama, he went to the office as a vice president. He returned home as a president. People who thought they were so powerful, they were no more. I know people in Anado's government today. In former President Kufuor's administration, they struggled to even access the Jubilee House or the flag or the castle. Today, they are the most powerful people. That is why I say power is transient. And now, nobody even respects the person. I know a one powerful man. Those days, who nam ni fi any my cars. As a hona Ghana nyina lunch. And now nam hoa. Over on the security man. So me, in all this, it's obvious. So the NDC internal elections are the key influence over what is happening in Parliament. And those who had followed it knows clearly people will show people where power belongs. And in politics, and now it happens. You see a friend on unwritten rules.
Yeah.
Obibi say, oh, one support to me. I'll show you. There are people that have been near Max. They'll make sure you don't come back to Parliament. I know. True. It is not limited to only NDC. Both parties. Yeah, in our side, there are lists that are parading around. Say, you with you. But many a times, people don't look say the overall interest of the party. Say when you be nyadria, and not just say the bigger picture should not be looked at. The Biane will say share the bigger picture. Say, look, so being nyadria, you take your time and listen to the person. It cannot be. We are talking about national politics here. We must reduce the winner takes all. But within our own internal party, it is worse than what you portray out there. 94.7. I will behead you, no matter the cost and the consequences to the party. And I think what is happening and what has happened to Harold Naidriso. Anybody who is a student of politics and has followed parliamentary democracy, the timing is wrong. Me, I'm saying for the second time, if Atu was caught and say, ye kwa koji Harold Naidriso position mawa, obeka chomosa dabraka. Because Atu is doing so well as a chairman of the finance committee. What best can you ask from a man like Atu, who has gone through the mill, has educated himself, has learnt on the job as chairman of finance committee, and a lawyer who is leading your team in parliament to scaffold it? it's born out of mischief. Calculation will be satisfied in the personal ego. And that one, for me, where I sit, Sylvester Tete, without mercy. Maybe.
That's horrible.
Well,
your time has soon.
Oh, yeah, I got 30 minutes.
No. And yes,
about you who doing us like that.
Who doing? There is live commentary.
Please.
But also, what if
Fabe Simaminu? Yeah, Casa, football, yeah, then I'm on the free
Chan tournament. Black Galaxy, Bobby Unim.
And I had qualify World Cup crack. I call Oh, yeah. You see, Obi.
Yes.
I think, sir, Minia Cup Sembi Brave. President Mahama, you know, he said.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Go ahead to win the friend saying election, the major elections. No, I know what I'm talking about. Because MPP the egu. Nipa mienu pe na egu MPP. Friend saying
30 years in opposition.
President Akufo-Addo ankasa any ne cousin Ken Ofori-Atta. Omegu MPP ama Omwankasa as political parties when they are associated themselves with MPP in its current form krana they don't their motivation is not there. Intina Minia Sly and any other colleagues they have found solace with Alan. What I say because Alan presents a lot more confidence to their cause because President Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia have left a sour taste in their mouth. Any Ken Ofori-Atta di or the other can we cry there aye cool. So, you know, the writing is on the wall for the NDC to present itself as ready to take on the reins of governance. And unti ena and the Yensu Bebre Wawa, it must inspire that confidence. So that amount for because somebody who may be giving something to you or the idea is shown, sir. What do you do?
94.7.
Anambwa. What do you do? Nawaji. So the NDC ntimi fire san hye bottom na ye mpian ye koko and buy a name as if it's a done deal. Intino beji power no ako. And that is the way some people are behaving within the party structure. So because the narratives around suggest say and NPP they can't break the 8 and we can all see petrol prices are hiking. Your friend is saying dollar is acting saying just said there's haywire. The auditors report as it stands. Just say you get depressed. Kronoa kesiye ahimfu any others ajiji sika because of now they want to now sika no free
in reference to ahimfu
na me say krono bebrebe any ahimfu ajiji sika me can say ahimfu akoyo bokrono. Please listen to my careful. Omo ajiji and I mean am throw auditors general report no yes omo ajiji sika na when who wakutuetia niema toto niema de akochiche omo wanti nti ohene ogibi no no na sem na meka enye omo abote omo ba bi edu omo ho. You see owe ohene na se wonye genuine we should be able to point you out. And owe ohene are you above reproach? Owe ohene you are not above reproach. So do the right thing, let the right thing follow you. Everybody will give you the praise you deserve. Now, you can't cross near man. I say, we want some bar. We will talk. Because when you're here, no, I to say, wow.
Asempa FM 90.
I don't know. I said this time, you can't go for Casabo shop because of what? It's not right. This country is in a mess. It's in a mess. Mess, you know. we need to talk. That is the least we can do. So please, because I am for now. I can't say, mantia. So ni ade a ya say ni nyina nim hubi ebinom nim hubi koko ni ade a ye twetwagu ade ye galam say they are aware. Some of them are part of it. Aya penetrating no, we cannot they are yentimi kan wasem na ye kan so na ye mo na mo ba be victims. No, we won't. Some of us baby aya kwa du no maybe wunne. Like Stone Boy said, if I die today, I'm a hero. What I say? And yet, people have died, better people than me. It will be threat of death or whatever. And I mean, even your friend say, JB Dankwa cry, a cost stabino, or no any democrat. So, what I say? Who you na nipa onu ku no ono de sabi obesin say wiem sa kusi ewiase afebo. So please, let nobody bring sa they say President Mahama is likely to win the primaries. Or win primaries no so be winning that is the prayer. Apart from prayer no e ho adwuma din and microphone say kwan no so no. That is my year me dema admonish.
What
I say? Microphone say kwano so. Microphone say kwano so. Because one other thing I know, they say, like you said, there are people who are almost market time, almost create territorial theft, so that by the time President Mahama be free, so no, they will become the heir apparent. Some of them they will be shocked. They should. I mean, unless you be ebiana ye around there, some of them they will be so shocked. It's na one fortunate. They want to elbow people about me kweje do asari. Me say I'm like a cock. I am like a cock. You dive to the lowest part of the river and go and leave me there. By the time I will do tsunami to channel. Oh yes, and ye papa be a me
2 minutes now so.
And ye papa be a me, but you see, I believe se Nyankopon only need 2 anamon na se odi butaye bi si ono ne butaye si and si weni so na nye one kasa selfish butaya. He protects you and he leads you and he navigates your path and makes you great. Intimate. No matter what, people can orchestrate anything they can. No kure no yenjai can. Me, no kure. When I know it is the truth, I will not stop saying it. It is obiful say you free position be. Now you am one share baby. Now you say. Those who orchestrated it, my exit from yes, and I'm sure some of them when they see me today, they even marvel, say I'm still alive. What I said, and in the last 3 years, you know, so many people don't know. The things I am having to deal with in terms of health and all of that. To me, debates now. Some of the people who go through what I'm going through, when they hear me on radio talk like this, they marvel. Say, hey, now how do you do it?
How do you do it?
It is the grace. Let us learn to live in politics. We are not brothers. We came from different places.
Sure.
If in Ebusia Bakumba and Tokwasim, yesi tekremani esi omuku, but omu aye den sansi one sem. Tisasem siya. We've had elections. We are done. We want to come together and work together for to win elections. But there are steps to be taken. Those we have offended with our words. In some year, you kick before the elections. I mean, in Yobia, you can say in Yobia, ye LDC, what they try, within that period, you know, some of us or some of them, we need to go and apologize to ourselves. Now, some kind of restitution should be established. Now, to fight the elections ahead. People think in MPP take 2000 election. Now for 2008 election. Now for 2016. Now bisa who say and add 2020. Bisa who say strategies are modi winning election 2000 election
2008. That be 2008 they lost.
Yes. 2020 was it the same strategy they used in 2016? No. Winning 2016. This is the same strategy they used for 2020.
No.
If anybody thinks it's going to take violence to counter the MPP in the 2024 election, they should think again, because these people don't stick with one strategy. They don't. Every time they are like chameleons. They change their strategy. It will be full say almost 2020. They shot 8 people. They did this. They were patapa and this and that and that. Into 2024. Almost so they bad the patapa. You see, you will miss it, because these people. I said I'm a political strategist, and I know their mind. They won't come fighting. They won't come fighting. This election is going to be a mind game. It's going to be a mind game, and they've started. Ufu's economy say in the next 2 years. You are a joker. So if you are going to base your 2024, a friend is saying on
happenings
now. To think or to assume they are going to win election by virtue of whatever is happening today, you are a joker. That's why I said who your political strategies are. Some of the things who are the, and you subtract and you divide and you multiply and divide, they will give you the answers. But if you are going to sit there and maybe some binum na kesi mienu miensa bina ufuso wemo yebebu omo, MPP is not that type of a group you take for like they've beaten you 2 elections in a row. 2 elections.
We're going to beat
both of them. We were at the you can't say brink.
Yeah.
Well, last minute now a friend say Kojo upon Krumani, a friend is saying, Bakwi is saying, Paul Adumochi, Tama Kojo Mban resource war, Joy FM.
That's
oh, see me, Mammy come and say, Mammy come and say, let me see what it am crying.
No, but that's
what it am crying. Please listen to me. Listen to me. Me can't when no man farmer no see bonny. Oh, what can I say? What me say time Kojo upon Kruma Mount 2 a.m. on radio. Paul Adumochi is giving you 2 a.m. on TV. Say MPP a win election. By the time you wake up in the morning, say Charlotte say so Catra say MPP a win to corroborate the fact.
Wako election. I say don't get.
You understand?
I say don't get. Have a catch them say
no.
Court abuko emuning grata bia. Amuko court.
Mami come. So
no, what can say?
These are people.
Senior we.
2004.
Okay.
2004. The late Jacob Bechebilam.
Yes.
Ekojina
Castle
Gardens. That time now you Aferijan. Electoral Commission. But Okojina Gardens declared resource and it held. It was upheld.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
When you are dealing with such people, sometimes who social media kola when they are attacking people indiscriminately and displaying their thought to teen ideas, jokes, and sometimes and they rather assume a certain entitlement, okay, especially those who are working around. A friend saying, yes, so they are anti-JM, and now you say, and they forget, you've worked so closely with JM. Maybe at the proximity you have towards JM, it will take them and their mother and their father years to even get to JM's bodyguard. What you say? And they rather think, say, just because you made a certain comment that it seeks to awaken a certain mindset so that we don't all walk into a ditch, they assume, say, you are being anti the system. We cannot be.
We
cannot be.
Let me tell you something.
Because we want this country to be changed. Means our system here, 1972, I was a little boy. There for 5-6 years. The very systems that we are going through today existed in before 1972 at Champombe. What I say? The same systems.
Okay.
Sometimes MPP do the the same era and sign ababium. So he wanted Kwame Nkrumah to come back to take over. But Osman the back Kwame Nkrumah ba so on papa nko kasa I'll throw a letter at Champon at the man papa. The father wrote back. They said, say, Oyari, it's baby
very well.
What you say? So we have been here before. We know the abyss this government is taking Ghana. Backwardness. So we are all expecting JM to come and take this country and wash it clean and make it a progressive country. We all want that. We want to see that, and we think, say, very, very, very possible. But those who are sitting behind and orchestrating and thinking that they have a certain entitlement and nothing can happen. They should just be ready.
I can understand, Kojo. Yes. Now your internal machinations, you are venting it even on innocent Ghanaians. But let me also tell you something. But the worst in the history of this country is when the 80s, 79, 80s, we saw worse economic situations. But to say, we saw worse times and there was a coup d'etat.
Tivri.
Chrono Padie, it was documented. May his soul rest in peace, Dr. Kwesi Botry. More finding out how you lost the last elections. Also, one of the reasons why you lost is corruption. It was documented for your perusal.
That is not true.
I mean, you can say it is not true, but it was documented that one of the reasons why Ghanaians voted against
your perception of corruption,
of course,
based on the lies you told.
As you sit
based
here,
on the lies you told,
Kojo, as you sit here, it is the same perception.
And your perception,
you haven't
on the Defense General's report, 60 billion.
Yours had been proven. Yours had been proven
by who?
People had gone to prison.
Why?
Oh, but for Bonnie. Or prison
for
corruption.
For what corruption?
Corruption.
For what corruption?
Sepa Yankee went to prison.
For how much?
For corruption.
For how much?
Ibrahim Adams, Echo prison for corruption. So your history. To the extent that when they go to court, they come out clean. To the extent that your former chairman says that there are so many ways to kill a cat, you were frustrated. It's the same court that incarcerated your people who were corrupt. They stole monies of this country and they were jailed. That is on record.
And your people, they won't be for Mupon because you know the case.
No, you see, it doesn't matter.
You have corrupted
senior member of parliament. You don't allege corruption on the basis of what you feel. Corruption can only be proven by a court of competent jurisdiction. And in the history of this country, your members more than 6-7 had gone to prison.
But you are not taking anybody to court.
So you came into power for 8 years. You allege that we stole the gold reserves of this country. You had every opportunity. When you were pushed to prison. It can only be proven by a court of competent jurisdiction. Radio What NDC ni ano kasa sa John Mahama person ye president ma wo ye mo nhye.
Medase. Ekosiisen so ni ye de dwumadi